Tip number 11, time-lapse. Satisfying footage. Time-lapse is an how-toer's best friend. It shows a long, detailed job in a short time. By showing every movement made, the viewer clearly sees the entire process. The creative time-lapse footage found on the internet today is both intriguing and informative. Our favorite time-lapse camera is the GoPro. It has a wide-angle lens to capture established shots. The current picture setting allows for one picture every half second to every 60 minutes. We usually set ours at one picture every 5 seconds, unless we're filming something like a sunrise. Then it's set higher, like 1 in 30 seconds. In edit, we can speed up or slow down. Time-lapse footage sometimes moves so fast it's hard to see what's happening. This is where we put our communication skills to work. We can speed up to a spot in the footage and then slow down, maybe as much as 10%, to allow the viewer to take in exactly what's happening. Although we mostly use time lapses on our projects, we also like to use it on sunrises or sunsets, as mentioned previously. These can make great transitions as they indicate a new day or an evening time. Time-lapse gives us great flexibility. It's steady footage because it usually sits on a tripod, and it can be used for missing B-roll. However, dumping raw footage expecting it to communicate doesn't always work. It may contain sections that need to be cut. Content may not be in view because it's blocked out, too small to see, or someone walks away for lunch. We may need to zoom in, slow down, or speed up to make it understandable to the viewer. Slider equipment moves the camera slowly on a track to create a more intriguing time-lapse visual. They work best close up to an item while the main focal point remains in the background. We set up a slider for projects that require steady work for about an hour. If we walk away from the job during the slider shot, it will create a jump in the timeline. That section of footage will need to be edited. We could speed it up, or one trick is to zoom in on the footage at the point of the change. We play with the footage to find out what works best. We can also create movement of time-lapse footage in the editor. Our rule of thumb is to move fast or very slow using a pan or zoom. We usually play with different speeds when editing to find out the one that is most desirable. You can use a time-lapse camera to create a stop-action short. When filming, move the object, take your hand away briefly, then repeat until the object reaches its resting point. In edit, cut the frames that show your hand, and you have a simple stop-action animation. Next time when you drop time-lapse footage, think about exactly what you want to communicate. Look for those hidden nuggets that sneak into your footage like a dog, cat, or a wild squirrel, and take time to zoom in, slow down, and add that unique variety to your show. Next week will be tip number 12, fixing bad footage. Looking forward to being back here next Wednesday with you. Have a super time editing and creating and posting something that's unique to you.